we're going to talk to Chip Wilson. Chip Wilson moved to Apache Junction in 1990 after retiring from the Air Force with 22 years of service. Soon after his wife got his first horse, he decided to get a horse also to spend time with her instead of watching TV. I think that's a great idea. Chip soon got involved with the equine industry and started by addressing issues with the city of Apache Junction. He then got involved with Pinell County and moved on to state issues. In 2007, he became the president of the Arizona Horse Council and is still serving in that role today. He's also sat on the Arizona Department of Agriculture's Large Animal Advisory Board, was elected to the city council in 2007. For the past 4 years, Chip has held the position as the vice mayor for the city of Apache Junction, and he might be running for something a little bit higher this year. But he promotes the equine industry not only at our state level, but also advocates in Washington, D.C. to address national issues. He currently sits on the board of the East Valley Backcountry Horsemen as their treasurer, and as well as on the Arizona Farm Bureau Equine Committee. So Chip is going to talk to us today about the equine industry in Arizona. I know we think of that often as kind of an elective activity, but it does have a really big part in our state's economy. So Chip, we just got to get you unmuted there, and then we will have you take it away. So Chip has a really great informative presentation for us. It looks like we've still got you muted. Here, I'll ask you to unmute and see if that works. There we go.
There we are.
You're on. All right, Chip, so I'll let you take away on the presentation, and we will, of course, have time for questions as well. So you're on, Mr. Wilson.
Okay, well, first off, I want to welcome everybody. And of course, I also want to say hello to Mr. Backus again. It's been several years since we've been out to his ranch and used some of our horses out on his property to enjoy the area out there. Well, as you can see by the numbers that are adjusted for the Equine Economic Impact Study that was done in 2001, the number of horses and the number of households that are regularly associated with the industry. The economic impact of our state in direct and indirect is well over $1.3 billion annually. That's what the Air Force, not Air Force, the horse industry does. We just suddenly had to fly back here. The industry is an agriculture industry that produces income as well as satisfaction to many people throughout this great state. Okay. Arizona do provide many job opportunities, from vets to literature. Many opportunities are there, with over 1,000 different types of job opportunities related to the horse. Okay. Here are some of the jobs that have direct contact with a horse. And of course, everyone first thinks of the person cleaning up the horse after the droppings. But as you can see, there's many other opportunities, from many opportunities in over 40 equine sports and dozens of training programs, to include horse setting. That's like a pet setter that take care of the animals when the owners are being called away. Okay. Equine care generate many more. And equine medical jobs cater to somebody that loves these animals and wants to assist in their care. The therapeutic programs have shown great results in patients in need. The most notable is the PTSD of our military and first responders. These horses have been a great therapist to assist them to work through their treatments. Horse has also been a great asset to the autistic children. The horse senses somebody that is in need of assistance. They have performed outstanding in this field as well. The state prison in Florence uses Mustangs in their program. The prisoners take a green horse and train it to become a reliable and usable horse. This program also helps the inmates deal with their problems, and the success rate of prisoners is most notable. And how they reference this success rate is the reoccurrence rate for an individual to come back to prison. Normally it's quite high, but in this program it's exceptionally low. A miniature horse can be used as a service animal. And recently a blind student at NAU had a miniature horse as their service animal. This service horses will live approximately 40 years and can stay in use for over 30 years, while a dog in the service it can be used to be around 10 years. And yes, horses do need assistance for their feet. Every 8 weeks, they must have that feet worked on or attended to. And they also need a dentist to take care of their help of their teeth so they're properly chewed. Okay. Horse services also include products and services that are used for their proper care and safety, from transportation, insurance, feed, tack, including the local welder to repair the damage that the horses may cause. This also includes the farmer that's raising hay that the horses want to eat. Okay. Manufacturing jobs are also related to care and securing of the animal. As you can see, they range from tack, fly control, to fencing, barns, all for the safety of the horse. Okay. And as you can see, the equine sports, these are over 40 activities that are currently involved with that provide many different opportunities. We all think of horse races and polo as the main sports, but there are many, many more activities and events like equine soccer. They use a large ball, and yes, the horse will move the ball and take it to the goal. Barrel racing. A horse knows the pattern and knows it very well and can turn entirely on its own. Many horses have completed a competition without the rider flawlessly, but the rider must stay on to be qualified for the race. Okay. From photographers that take pictures of your horse, they also take pictures of your horse in competition. We have some writers that will write articles about horses. Currently, we have several equine magazines and monthly papers that are available. Equine is a very great subject for art projects as well. And people love to read great stories and get information about the horse. Okay. People love to come and see how a horse and rider can work together in different types of competition. And of course, they have a team effort as they are doing this. Okay. For horse shows and events, everyone thinks of Westworld and the Arabian show, but there are many, many more from roping to rodeos. For example, Prescott Rodeo is the world's oldest rodeo, and the Payson Rodeo claims to be the world's oldest continuous rodeo. They have been around doing these for many years. Rodeos are for showing the competition for the horse and the rider, as well as the two working together as a team during calf roping. Okay. To include many smaller events. These happen all over the state. And yes, you also have smaller events at Westworld, a new equine facility in Queen Creek that performs many events every year. Now, this year was different, of course, because of the events being canceled or being delayed, but there has been many going on every year. Okay.
And Chip, you have about 3 minutes left.
Okay, thank you. Again, equine sports are a huge draw for people to come and see horse and riders working together. And I lost my place here. Penning is an opportunity to see a horse in control of another animal and the rider assisting the horse. Mounted shooting is not only showing the rider's accuracy of the shooting while riding the horse at a full gallop, but also shows the ability of the horse to complete the course as quickly as possible. Extreme Mustang shows the ability for a trainer to take a green horse unbroken into a trained riding horse inside of 2 days. Okay. And here we have a few other different types of sports that are involved in a horse. Okay. And a few more. And if you'll notice the picture at the very bottom, that is equines soccer. You'll also notice an asterisk at a couple of them. These are very strenuous activities where a horse is overseen by a vet and checked during the competition to make sure that the animal is doing okay. All right, okay. Horses are interwoven into our history, and their economic benefits not only benefit the equine industry, but also the agriculture industry in our state. This industry also helps the tourist industry from around the world. People come to dude ranches and are attracted to the riding in the Old West. Okay. To end my presentation, I want to show a couple of activities the pleasure horses involved in. And this one is the riding in the desert for the beautiful views we all enjoy, okay? As well as riding in the high country, in the pines, in the great green grasses during the summertime, okay? We also use our horses to help pack in supplies and equipment to groups that are working for the Forest Service or the Bureau of Land Management. These groups perform trail maintenance or building of trails, and we bring in the supplies and return them out when they are done. Okay. We also use our horses with a reading program aimed at first graders. We bring our horses to the school, and at the second event, okay, we have given the children an opportunity to read their favorite part of the book back to a horse, and horses love kids and their attention they receive, okay? And here is a miniature horse that is a trained service animal for a blind person. And yes, this picture was taken at an airport, and yes, the horse did get on the airplane in the passenger cabin, okay? And finally, this is the one to show how hard a dedicated horse can be. Reckless was a war horse in the Korean War. She would carry packs of munitions from a supply point to the gunners, and sometimes even under a fire, and almost always alone. The Marines paid for her to return to the U.S. by Camp Pendleton in Northern California to spend the rest of her life. And of course, the horses do a terrific job to be dedicated to us. I have an article about a horse that ended up fighting off a grizzly bear in one of our national parks to protect its rider. Okay, I thank you very much. And if you've got any questions, I'm glad to try to answer.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chip. We definitely appreciate that overview of the horse industry in Arizona. It looks like we just have a comment. Someone said, wow, I'm impressed that the horse is working so well with the students and the service horse. Horses are pretty incredible animals.
Yes, they are. They are very.
Well, thank you so much, Chip. It doesn't look like we have any more questions.